You've been doing everything right. The cardio, the calorie counting, the green juice that tastes like a lawn made a very bad decision. You're exhausted, you're bloated, and the belly is still there. And then you see her. Some effortless 60-year-old Italian woman in a travel reel, walking through a piazza in linen, holding a glass of wine, looking like the concept of gravity personally agreed to be kind to her. What does she know that I don't? Today, we're unpacking the actual science behind why Italian women don't seem to gain weight after 40 the way we do. We're covering their relationship with movement, with cortisol, with food, and with their hormones, and how all of it connects to the belly that just will not leave. And no, this doesn't involve relocating to Tuscany or suddenly developing a passion for making fresh pasta by hand every single night. Stick around for the last secret, because it's the one most women figure out way too late. And it rewires everything. And girl, if you apply even 3 of these for the next 30 days, I promise your belly will start to soften. Your energy will actually hold past 3 p.m., and you'll stop waking up feeling like your own hormones staged a quiet coup overnight. Let's get into it. Here's what most people miss when they study Italian women. Nothing they do looks like exercise. No HIIT class, no macro tracker, no 5 a.m. alarm for a boot camp that leaves you crying in the parking lot. Their movement looks, from the outside, almost boring. Walking to the market, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, stretching across a table to pour wine for everyone. It looks like Tuesday. And that is exactly the point. The first secret is that they never trained their body to fear rest. After 40, your body becomes extremely sensitive to cortisol, the stress hormone. And here's what nobody tells you during your gym orientation. Intense exercise is a cortisol trigger. A brutal HIIT session, a high-impact cardio class, a 60-minute circuit. All of those fire a stress signal straight to your hypothalamus, which, being extremely unhelpful, responds by telling your body to hold on to fat, specifically in the abdomen. Because that is what cortisol does after 40. It tells your midsection, stay, we might need you. Italian women don't trigger this cycle, not because they're lazy, because they're smart. Their movement is slow, consistent, and load-bearing without being high impact. Walking uphill, standing while cooking for an hour, carrying weight from the market. These are all forms of isometric contraction. Muscles working, metabolism active, cortisol flat. Your body is not in threat mode, which means it's in burn mode. Your legs get defined and strong, your posture lifts, and you stop looking like someone who's been in a war with their own body since 2018. The second secret is how they eat, not what. Yes, the Mediterranean diet is full of olive oil and vegetables and whole grains. You've heard that part. But the piece that actually changes your hormones is this. Italian women eat slowly, sitting down, with people. Not in their car, not standing over the sink at 11 p.m., not scrolling their phone while half watching something they've already seen twice on Netflix. I am absolutely guilty of that last one. Because eating in a distracted, stressed state activates your sympathetic nervous system, the one that says, danger, survive, which triggers cortisol, which brings us right back to belly fat storage. Eating slowly, with presence, at an actual table, that activates your parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest. Absorb and burn. Not store and panic. A 2019 study in the journal Nutrients found that eating rate alone, independent of calories, was significantly associated with abdominal obesity in women. Not slightly, significantly. Girl, we've been meticulously counting calories while eating in a full stress response and then genuinely wondering why nothing is moving. And while we're on the subject of cortisol and what it's quietly doing to your belly after 40, the question I get most at this point is, okay, but what do I actually do instead? Because knowing the science is one thing. Actually replacing the high-intensity habits with something that works with your hormones, consistently, for long enough to see a real difference, that's another problem entirely. That's exactly why I put together the 28-day challenge for women over 40 who want to lose belly fat without destroying their hormones. It's the protocol for the woman who's been working hard and getting nowhere and is finally ready to stop fighting her own biology. It's built around isometric movement, progressions that are synced to your hormonal cycle across 4 weeks, which means within 28 days, your belly starts to soften, your sleep deepens, and you stop feeling like your body is punishing you for trying. It's linked in the description below. If you're watching on a TV, scan the QR code on the screen. Either way, takes you straight to it. Now back to what we were saying. Because there's one more piece of the Italian secret that completely changes the picture. The third secret is that their social life is their stress management. Italian women don't unwind by pushing harder. They sit outside. They talk for 3 hours over a small meal. Their nervous system is regulated not by more exercise, but by genuine connection, long evenings, and food that actually tastes like something. This sounds lovely. It also happens to be biological. Social bonding releases oxytocin, which actively suppresses cortisol. 2 hours at a cafe with your best friend is technically a hormonal intervention. Think about that the next time someone makes you feel guilty for not being productive. I know that sounds dramatic, but so is the belly you've been blaming on pasta. The fourth secret, and this one is going to make you slightly annoyed at how simple it is morning sunlight. If you've ever watched Stanley Tucci, Searching for Italy, and wondered why everyone looks so glowy and unhurried, this is part of it. Italian women walk outside in the morning, not to burn calories, just to get somewhere. But in doing so, they anchor their circadian rhythm, which regulates when cortisol peaks and drops, which affects insulin sensitivity, hunger hormones, sleep quality, and ultimately, where your body decides to store or burn fat. 10 minutes. Outside, before the phone, that's it. Leptin goes up, cortisol follows its natural curve. Your body stops treating every day like something to survive. So here's your Mediterranean protocol, girlies. Walk daily, 30 minutes, outside, slow enough that you could hold a conversation. Eat sitting down, without your phone, slowly, like you're filming a dinner scene in a Nora Ephron movie. Get morning sunlight before any screen touches your hands. Replace high-intensity training with consistent, low-cortisol movement. And treat dinner with people as a non-negotiable, not a luxury, because your nervous system counts it as medicine. You don't need to do all of this at once. Start with one. Add another in a week. Your hormones respond faster than you think. Drop in the comments which one of these you're starting with this week. And in 30 days, I want your update down there. Tell me what shifted, because girl, I actually read them. If you're into science that applies to the body you actually have after 40, subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Oh, and if you want to know how to reset your cortisol levels in 7 days, check our channel playlist. It's all in there. Now go take a walk outside, eat something real, and sit somewhere beautiful while you do it. Because after 40, you're not declining. You're just finally learning the rules of a completely different game.